Hey, it's Ronnie. As I home. Shit, yeah, it's 95. Look at the Lincoln. I rinsed the dust off of the garden hose yesterday afternoon after work, yesterday evening. Yeah, hard water spots. And I got a package delivered today. And we'll see if I can show you what the name is on it. Like Great Garage. Okay? Look at that Lincoln, my beautiful car, but I gotta drive it because of tranny. I'm not driving 40 miles an hour all the way to work and back. I might do that next week. It's so hot. It's like 95 freaking degrees right now. Probably 120 out here. It said 96 on my post right there in the insulated garage. Look at my beautiful Lincoln. I'm gonna have to redo it. I'm gonna have to polish it all, redo it all this fall when it cools off, which is supposed to start cooling off once I get this fixed or decide to drive that at 45 miles an hour to work. When it's not 98 degrees, it does have AC, but the fan don't go up to high. It only goes to, it's 4-speed fan, blower fan. Winter it's fine, I got cover. The AC, it don't blow much, it don't really make much difference. That has no AC. I've been in this heat every day. The average temperature in the last 6 weeks, the average temp here where I live is supposed to be 86. It's been between 95 to 100 except for 1 day and a half. For 6 weeks, for you snowflakes, 6 weeks. And zero rain, hardly at all, everything's burning up. Next week is supposed to cool off and get to normal and maybe a little bit below normal, which is still 85 degrees, which is bearable compared to 104 and 97, 98 every day, okay? And 78 at night. Get up in the morning, it's 78 degrees here yet, okay? It was 75 this morning at 5:15 a.m. when I got up. It's supposed to be 62. Yeah, nothing gets, no dew, no nothing gets to cool off. Okay, I'm dragging on to that Gross Garage is a clay bar setup because I'm going to clean all this up when it cools off after I have to quit driving it constantly on the gravel to work because it's not a damn work car. Okay, it's a 3-in-1. First I'm using the clay bar, wash it all perfect, clay bar. I got widow wax on, that's holding up. Yeah, but I can't seem to find a bottle of that. I'm cracking me a beer, I'm home now. Mothers, that stuff is for the BMW. Oh, it has space, yeah, it just never ends. Oh, I'm not bitching. I just gotta get my priorities correct. I'll be driving this and that. The Kia is going to get a used transmission. I'm going to buy a used transmission and pay for the shipping. I'm not going to take it to a shop first because I know what's wrong with it. I've worked on enough other automatics, the old style, just not front-wheel drive. I know what it's telling me with them two codes together and what I've seen. Yeah, rolled over O-ring or split O-ring, it's not worth fixing. Factory man, $2,100. Buy a good used one. This is 482,000 miles. If I can find one I can find a bunch of them with 120,000. And if they're not beat, you know, another 300. These are a good transmission. If they didn't beat the piss out of them, you know, and I'll be able to tell if I get one, pull the pan off, and I'll make sure they pull the pan and say, is there any brown shit in the bottom? And don't send it to me. But that's going to get another used transmission on, but I said I just had a transmission out November and December. We got, you know, 7,000 miles on it, maybe. And now that one blew up, so... because I was doing all the seals in the engine. I got videos of it, but now I know how to do it. Okay. The Gross Garage is clay bar. I got all the other stuff. I got a buffer and stuff, but a clay bar setup and lubricant to clean after I wash it and clean this when I'm going to make it all beautiful again after using it for a work car. And clay bar all of it, and then ceramic plus a little carnauba wax in there. It's a 3-chunk system. Ceramic and a little silicone, and still got some carnauba in it. And this stuff lasts a year, no problem. It's a little pricey, but I'm not going to pay somebody $200 to detail my car if it cools off. If I had to have to say, Ronnie, you going to detail your car tomorrow? No. And if somebody threw me $100, I'd spend the other $100 and let somebody else do it. But I'm going to make it beautiful again, don't worry. So I got my idea made up. I'm going to do it to Kia Racer, because even a used beater vehicle is like $3,000 is crap. And yeah, I don't have time to get the engine that's right here and the transmission that's in there all rebuilt. I need to get this going because I don't want to keep putting miles on this. The BMW, they still don't have the parts. So they can't come and get it to replace this big fuel pump. And the back of this hub right here is what actually breaks. This is where the disc brake mounts to that internal hub. If you're really, really, really hard on it, it busts out the backside. The hub don't. The brake busts the hub out. Steel hub. Nope, can't get them. Ain't getting them. Waiting for them for Germany. So no motorcycle either. And it's supposed to be below normal temps next week, and then stay that way for a while, and even a chance of rain this while, which means it's going to be in like the lower 80s to mid 80s instead of 95 to 105. I want to go bike riding. So I'm going to show you something. I got plans. I got to wait, figure out, get the right transmission, keep driving this, which I hate to do as a work car, but that thing only gets 11 miles a gallon. But I don't know if I ever showed you this before. Okay? So I have a plan. I'm going to go riding motorcycles. I have a plan. No, it's not the R1200 GS beautiful monster riding. Oh yeah, there's a trick to getting this door unlocked. I got a secret lock. Okay, yeah. I'll show you something. No, I'm not going riding my lawnmower. But here, what is it? 2008. Been in storage in mothballs since 2008. Let me move some stuff out of the way a little bit. Maybe you can see. Totally restored. Engine totally rebuilt. It's got a few wear and tear marks. It's a 81. See, and this will sit. Oh, hey, there's where that wrench went. This was off the here. Extra bags if I need them. But yeah, this is totally restored, all redone. Look, it's even got the beer holder. Got the John Deere key ring. It's been sitting since 2008 in mothballs. Got the knobbies. Yamaha 500 XT, 1981 or 82. I can't remember for sure. I have to check. Engine's been all gone through. Forks, everything. This thing is ready to rock, except it's been in mothballs and storage, but I store them correctly. But it's been stored since 2008, 7, so yeah, 09. Kickstarter, no electric start. Everything worked on it, except the headlight wasn't working. I think that's when I went to fire it up, but I had the BMW, and in 08 or 09, I was going to take it, and the headlight wouldn't work, and I went, I need to fix that. Well, but I got it. I might have to take the carburetor off, clean it, you know, and then change the oil. Oh, she's getting a little surface rusted. Have to polish off the shift kicker starter. You know, I didn't paint the case. It's got to look a little bit of how old it is. But yeah, it's motor's done. Chains, tires, everything. Yeah, one day on a weekend when it's 80 degrees, I might have to go buy a new battery. This baby will be out on the road. And this 500 XT, I took the compression release and stuff off of it because pansies use that if you know how to kickstart a high compression bike. It's got a high dome cylinder in it, all new shit. High dome piston, all new, chrome molly rings, all that neat stuff. Freaking playing ahead a little bit. I got to run high octane gas in it. But yeah, and I changed the gear ratio. It has a change, so I changed the sprockets. It'll run, I believe the speedo goes up to 85 or 90, but it'll do like 125, 130, no problem. Just a single thumper. I said no compression release. If you don't know how to kickstart this some bitch, and you better have a leg to do it, you better know how to do it or it can kick back and break your freaking ankle. Yeah, no problem. A lot of guys have had that happen even with a compression release when they use it. But I remember I need to put heavier oil in the forks. Got 10 weight fork oil. I should have went 15, but dude said, yeah, 10 weight's great if you're in the country roads and the washboards. Well, I'm not all the time there. And then if I am on the highway, and I said, this thing will cruise 70 mile an hour, no problem. And then get on the binders in it, nosedives a lot. So I'm going to probably drain the oil and put 15 weight fork oil in it. But yeah, my beer soda holder, the little tiny windshield just keeps the bugs off my butt. The case, this was, it's, getting a little surface rust. This was manufactured off of a Kawasaki, and this is Yamaha XT. It's 81 or 82. But in one day, I'm sure if I go check the battery, it ain't electric start. But I remember the headlight was really dim, but I'm sure I think it might, it's a 6-volt system. 1981 is 6-volt. Well, now I know how to change that over. It's still got points in it. Kawasaki shit had electronic stuff in 80. This is still points, still 6 volts. But if I want to run a 12-volt headlamp now, I can buy a up booster transformer board about that big that'll take as much amps to run it, and I can run a major freaking headlamp. That's what sucks. It's 6 volts. But I can get 12-volt changeover stuff now. It'll all electronic. But I'm going to run it on 6 volts and let her go and ride during the day. For right now, hopefully they get the stuff from my BMW. But yeah, if it gets down, not this weekend, it's going to be 99 to 104 in the shade. The weekend after that, or if it's cooler after work in like 80, I won't be toy drug out from being in 135, 140 degree heat all day. I might start playing with it. Otherwise, a weekend. Yeah. But, yeah, that's my restored, but not beautifully restored. I want it to look great, and it runs awesome. It'll be fine. I stored it correctly. It's been in mothballs for, let's see, if you say 2000, it's 2009. Plus 1 is 10. Plus 12, 13 years. That's that many for snowflakes. 13 years to spend in storage here. It'll be fine. I love resurrecting things from the dead. Ronnie, don't throw me away. Yeah, and my farmer friends I worked for years ago when I was 16, and still worked for them on and off and still do. They had 2 of these. And this one had the hired man ran diesel fuel through it. And I remember I fixed it and went through it and just did the rings and everything, and I know everything was fine on it because I redid it. And then they ran a little while, and then they parked it, and then when they went, hey, yeah, and they had both of them, and I remember which one it was, and so I took it, paid him a pretty good chunk of change for back then, for it never being moved for then probably 8 or 9 years, and yeah, I'd replace speedometer, odometer, I put the frickin' windshield on and this stuff, you know, but then that was before I bought the BMW, so I've been riding it, because I redid this, then I went, the same year I had this finished, I said, I'm buying me a big romp-around bike, and I bought the Beamer, and that's 2005, so it had been running for 4 years, and I know I had about a year in redoing it, but yeah, cool. That was the biggest bike I had until I bought the BMW. But now it's fun. It's a riot. It'll run down the road 70 miles an hour all day. Not a problem. So there's my secret. More stuff for me to work on. Oh, it never ends. But if it's not 9 billion degrees like the surface of the sun, or as hot as it is here right now, like if you're as old as me, you remember taking them little cheap 25-cent Popeyes and putting them in the oven for 45 minutes and made sure you punch holes in the top. A good Popeye, the Banquet or whatever they were 25 cents a piece. Cook them at 400 degrees for like 45 minutes and then even set on the box. Remove from the oven, let cool 10 minutes before eating. Oh no, we can dig right into that. Yeah, it's like as hot, it's like a nuclear frickin' bomb going off. It's so frickin' hot. And then, you do it once, burn yourself all the shit in your mouth and everything. You can see it steaming and smoking, but you've been waiting 40 minutes already for it to cook. You know, you've been there. But yeah, there we go. 181. Oh yeah, it's an 81. I always make plates, same as my Kia. 98, last number if I can find them. That Kia is 98. That XT is 81. C53 181. The last two numbers, I always try to get the year of manufacture, if possible. I said it, I redid all of it. It's good to go. If everything went correct and it was 75 degrees, I could have it on the road riding in one weekend, no problem. But yeah, there's my trick up my sleeve because they can't get the parts from Germany for my big Beamer. But yeah, I had this running before I bought the BMW, like half a year when I had it all restored. So yeah, I might have to get after that. It's an awesome cruiser. And it does handle. This one weighs about 350 pounds, I believe. And the BMW, it's a monster. With the bags and all of it on, it's like right around 600. But yeah, there you go. There's my plan. My Scotch John Deere, cheap orange. Wasn't cheap. No, I'm glad I bought it back then. Wow, it's hot. I need to drink my beer. But there you go. Show you something. I got plans. I said that will get the Ranger. That might just be going and might just sell it because it's got electronicals. It's got the add-on remote start, and that's screwing up the whole computer. Something from sitting went wrong, and I don't have scanners to read all of it. And yeah, this ain't gonna have no computer shit on it when I'm done with this one either. And this one's gonna get a used transmission. This one's gonna get all new stuff. Yeah, but $299 ain't correct. It's an 05. But yeah, there you go. The seat and stuff's over there. I'll pull the boxes off, but I'm gonna have to move it sooner or later. If I turn that transmission, it's gonna have to sit here. So I'll have to hump it back up into the shed. Yeah, it's heavy. It ain't no fun pushing it up that slope into the garage. I've done it before. But yeah, unless they get the parts and then they can come get it and fix it, and then I'll be riding that. Watch, they'll both show up at the same time. The minute I start working on that 500 and I get it going, this thing will have the parts, and then in a week I'll have it. There you go. Wow, is it hot? Oh, it's only 95.9 here in the garage, which is insulated from the heat when the sun's beating on it. So, yeah, it's like 125 right here. And my pants are falling off. Either I lost weight or it's so freaking hot. My pants are expanding, you know. Heat made stuff expand. Ugh. I believe my pants are expanding because it's that freaking hot. Oh, yeah, and I'll show you this stuff when I use it on here and show you what I think of it. I've seen a lot of reviews, a lot of people. It's awesome stuff. Peace. Love. Have a heart. Have a heart. Dilemmas, more dilemmas. What do? You figure out what you have to work with, what you don't have to work with, your priorities, your fundage, your economical cost, everything, and you run that through. If you have a brain, like me, you don't even have to put it on paper. I know what's going to save me money a lot. Just transfer. But I said, I'm doing my own work. If I had to have a shop replace that transmission, if I bought it using, it'd be $1,800 for them to replace it, just to change it. No, that is not worth it. But I said, that's why. Be smart, learn stuff. Learn shit like Ronnie here that knows how to do all this cool stuff. Computers, automotive, mechanical, tractors. Knowledge is freaking money if you're not getting paid for it. Knowledge and how to do and the correct tools to do what you have available to do is money because you don't have to pay somebody else. Thousands of dollars. Cool, breathe. But you gotta get your hands dirty once in a while. I love y'all, man. Peace, love, have a heart, have a heart. Take care, I'll be back. It's 96 Fahrenheit. Fucking hot. Yeah, it's toasty. Alright, I'll be back. But yeah, there's a little update. I'm not gonna be without a motorcycle if it starts cooling off. So I got 3 other ones stashed somewhere. But they'd take a lot more work. But probably a couple weekends I'd have one of them going. But that baby's basically all restored. I know what I got, what I'm working with. Just been stored for 13 years. It'll go. Love you all, man. Take care. God and the angels let me all be back. Wow, I gotta get out of the sun. I love y'all. Hope you learned something. I'll show you. And thanks for sending love and energy to my brother-in-law, Dick Hunt, out in Idaho, even though it pissed his wife off. Or she said it was private, or I don't know. You send all the loving energy you can to anyone. Bunny ears -1. What the fuck? Who the hell wouldn't want loving, good energy sent toward them? Psychos and communists. There you go. Alright, love you all, man. Take care. I'll be back. I promise, if God and angel let me. Ciao.